What's going on, everybody? Rock here, and this is day number 23 in my countdown to the release of Black Ops 2. Glad to have you on board today. Playing a little Modern Warfare 3 using a big old heavy light machine gun here. That's really a contradiction, isn't it? When you say heavy and then you say light. Because there isn't really anything light about these things. They're huge weapons in real life. And that's what we're talking about today, is the light machine gun category for Black Ops 2 or LMGs. And in Modern Warfare 3, I have to say that this was probably my favorite LMG out of all of them, the M60. It was just really fun to use for some reason. I loved using it with the grip and a silencer on it, just like you see me here. This is where I was in pursuit of gold camo for it. And it's actually a really fun weapon to use. And I've heard really good things about the light machine guns that are slated for release in Black Ops 2, and we're going to get right into that list right now. First off, we've got a new weapon in the Call of Duty series, the MK48, which is actually a beefed up, scaled up version of the MK46, which many of you are probably already familiar with. The MK46 shot the 5.56mm rounds, and the MK48, a little bit bigger, shoots the 7.62 NATO round, so it's a little bit more in line with some of your other light machine guns out there. Really looks like just an all-around good weapon when you look at the damage ratio, the mobility ratio, the range and accuracy. Just a really good all-around looking weapon, and that's something that you're probably going to see as a bit of a trend with all of the LMGs that we're about to discuss. Every one of them highly rated in the damage area. LMGs have always been that way, though. In any of the Call of Duty games, the LMG really strong. It's just they make you move so damn slow. Really, the LMGs just aren't designed for the run and gun type of play that a lot of people are used to in Call of Duty. They're meant for a suppressing role. You know, put down that suppressive fire so, you know, your team can move up and flank the enemy while you sit there and hold them into place. But MK48, a good choice, I think, in the LMG category. Next up, we've got the QBB LSW, and I wish I could read to you what the QBB actually stands for, but it's some Chinese words that I'm not even going to begin to try and translate into what they actually say. But this is actually a variant of the Type 95 assault rifle. If you look at it, it is actually one of the only bullpup style light machine guns in the class. And when I say bullpup, if you're unfamiliar with that term, bullpup is when you have your magazine loaded behind the trigger mechanism instead of in front. It's supposed to make the weapon more compact and more maneuverable, and that is the QBB 95 LSW. Being that it has a high rate of mobility, it's got a lot less damage than any of the other light machine guns in the class. So you may be able to move a little better with the LSW, but you're going to be at a disadvantage when it comes to that real important knockdown power in the damage category. Next up, we've got the LSAT, and the LSAT actually stands for Lightweight Small Arms Technologies, and the LSAT was a LMG experiment, and what they needed to do was make a lighter weight light machine gun. You know, like I've said already, light machine guns are just heavy, and the LSAT was one of the lightest machine guns that they have actually made in use. And it's a 5.56mm light machine gun, doesn't shoot the 7.62. Really versatile, and when you look at the stats for the Call of Duty version of it, it looks like a pretty good light machine gun. It has quite a bit of damage, just as much as the MK48. It's very evenly matched with the MK48. If you look at your stats and compare the two, they're pretty even. So you probably can't go wrong with either of these two weapons. But I got news for you. Neither of them are the best in the category. The MK48, the QBB LSW, and the LSAT. All three of them will pale in comparison to the last LMG that I'm about to talk about in this category. And that is the HAMR, the HAMR. And I actually have not been able to find much real world information about this weapon. So this may be one of those fictitious or future type weapons that they may have made something made it up, and it seems to be based on a scar. What little information I can find on it, the actual base of the weapon is based on a scar H, and it's a fully automatic LMG. But the interesting thing about it listed in the stats for this weapon is that it reduces your fire rate over time. In other words, it starts out firing at a constant rate, and then it slowly slows down your fire rate. Now, you might think that's a bad thing, but in an LMG, it's actually going to make it more accurate. You're going to be able to get those initial shots fired off really fast, and then it will slow its rate of fire, thus lowering the recoil, making the weapon a little bit more accurate. And when you compare all the stats for mobility, damage, range, and accuracy to all the other weapons in the game, I have a feeling really that this weapon's probably going to outshine them all. It loses a little bit in the range and accuracy compared to like the LSAT and the MK48, but where it loses there, it makes up for it in damage and mobility. So this is probably going to be your most well-rounded light machine gun in the game. It's got the highest damage with the highest mobility, so that's going to make you a really good threat to be mobile, move around the map. But that's it for the LMG, guys. Pretty decent list. I've heard really good things from pro players that use the LMGs. When they played at Gamescom, they said the LMGs are going to be a legit choice for weapons in Black Ops 2. Alright guys, that's going to do it for this one. I hope you enjoyed it. I will see you guys again tomorrow with another video in the countdown. I hope you guys have a fantastic day.